Announcing services are provided to the 2025 Westmoreland County International Airshow by David Schultz Airshows of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. This event marks the 15th event of a busy 2025 airshow season that will see the company support over 50 aviation events all across the United States. From Naval Air Station Corpus Christi, Texas, to March Air Reserve Base, California, and from the wildwood beaches of New Jersey to Safford, Arizona, David Schultz Airshows provides the very best in aviation productions, operations, and announcing to military and civilian venues across North America. For more information on David Schultz Airshows, please look at their award-winning website at schultzairshows.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media, courtesy of Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Now, for those of you who may not be aware of it, we're live streaming this show right now. And I'm hoping my girlfriend is out there watching from Armstrong, Iowa. Actually, I should say fiance. Becky, I miss you. I'll be home soon. Now, your Shop and Save Perks card is your ticket to sky-high savings. Shop and Save saves you money with digital coupons, weekly specials, pump perks, and low prices on essential everyday products. If you're not familiar, head on over to the Shop and Save booth to get some sweet savings tips. And once again, I'm going to remind you to stay hydrated. It is a scorcher today. And in just a few moments, and I've been asking these gentlemen to please bring us what you guys are named after. I could use a 6-foot drift of snow right now, most of it down my socks. But anyway, they couldn't FedEx it to us. But they're going to go and demonstrate the art of formation flying, the likes of which you've never seen. Anyway, I know all of you have been sitting out there patiently waiting for our star act, the headliners of the air show here today. And we're going to turn it over to them in just a couple of minutes. We are doing some checks, making sure that everything is safe. And then we're going to hand it over. And you're going to see some really fantastic flying courtesy of our friends up north. All right, ladies and gentlemen, T-minus 1 minute and counting. They're getting ready to, as you can see, they've lined up by the aircraft. They're going to get ready to go here. I hope you all have enjoyed yourself. Don't leave yet. You're about to miss the best part of the show. If you're walking out now, holy underwear, you're missing the whole point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I'm going to turn it over to number 10, Jeremy Dion, and number 11, Richard McDougall, the Canadian Forces Snowbirds.
Good afternoon, La Trobe. On behalf of our command team, Lieutenant Colonel Jean-François Dupont, Chief Warrant Officer Cheryl Abernethy, and all members of 431 Air Demonstration Squadron, welcome to the 2025 Canadian Forces Snowbirds performance. The Snowbirds are all active serving members of the Canadian Armed Forces. The show team is comprised of 11 pilots, 11 aircraft technicians, and our public affairs officer, Captain Phil Rochon from Ottawa, Ontario. Captain Rochon wants to share your photos with the world. Follow us at CF Snowbirds on Instagram, Facebook, and X, and tag us in your post. The Snowbird aircraft are parked quite close to the spectator area, and once the engines are started, they will generate a tremendous amount of noise. When they start, please cover your ears and ensure that those of your children are protected as well. Following the start, the team will taxi to the runway and take off. Listen live as the team checks in. performance today. The Canadair CT-114 Tutor, built in the early 1960s, served as the primary jet trainer for the Royal Canadian Air Force until the year 2000. The single J85 jet engine produces 2,700 pounds of thrust, which propels a relatively light aircraft to speeds over 400 knots. The straight-wing design and the finely tuned controls make it a classic sports car of the air. With the exceptional maintenance it receives from our highly qualified teams of technicians, the Tutor continues to serve as the perfect platform for formation aerial demonstration display.
watching me repeat 4 steps to the rhythm of the verse.
Your 2025 Canadian Forces Snowbirds. Delta formation for bottom side pass. Watch as they then pull up into a loop and change back to Big Diamond. You were the best surprise, you were the best. Every time I look in your eyes.
Snowbirds are setting up for a classic, big diamond roll and loop.
And now I'm raging like a fire burning up through everything I see. And then it goes something like, ooh, I'm victorious. Ooh, it's my time. Ooh, there's no stopping this. Just a game, come and play. Leave me on the floor tonight. Show me how to move like the water. In between the dancing lights. Be mine,
Smooth and accurate flying is essential for our two inner pilots. Flying in the inner right wing position is Snowbird 2, Captain Katie Clapp from Ottawa, Ontario. Captain Clapp previously flew the CC-130 Hercules in the search and rescue role and the Harbor 2 as an instructor. She brings over 3,800 hours of military flying experience to the team. Anchored in the inner left wing position is Snowbird 3, Captain Patrick Charette from Montreal, Quebec. Captain Charette is a former CP-140 Aurora pilot with over 3,300 hours of military flying time. The backbone of our formation consists of two line astern pilots, better known as the Stem Cats. Our first line astern pilot is Snowbird 4, Captain Brendan Pillow from Richmond, British Columbia. He was a senior Harbor 2 flight instructor and has over 1,500 hours of flying time. At the tail end, cool, calm and collected, is our second line astern pilot, Snowbird 5, Captain Scott Boyd from Burnaby, British Columbia. He was a senior Harbor 2 flight instructor and has over 2,500 hours of flying time. Now, look straight ahead for the Hero Split.
bust it like Jackson. If it's true, I ain't bragging. I'm a light it up, so watch me now. Yeah, it feels so good to say out loud. I know I'm gonna win, don't need no luck. I got the golden touch.
Now watch carefully as the solos fly canopy to canopy as they perform the mirror bats.
Let me say a little thing, tell you about a dream. Our friends, you and me. Gonna shout, I'm gonna sing, give you something to believe in. 1, 2, 3, let's go, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Now look straight ahead as the team returns for the inspiring and iconic Canada Burst.
Show ya, you know that I got that soul, You can beat the clock, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks, you can be a master, don't wait for luck. And the world's gonna know your name, Cause the world will burst.
Look straight ahead as the solos run for the Twizzles. Look to your right for a signature snowbird maneuver, the line abreast, roll, and loop.
Let's get high. If you want it, you gotta dig deep. I'm on top of the mountain, but it's real steep. Been through the valley, I went up the peak. Yeah, I higher learning every time I speak. And when kings collide, they expect to fight. But I know the truth, yeah, we the light. Don't believe the hype, nothing's overnight. Views from the top like a satellite. Yeah, going places you ain't never been. I'm doing things you ain't never seen. Who would have thought it'd be like this? It takes all. I'm going up now. I'm going higher. I'm going up now. Yeah, I'm going higher. I'm going so high. I'm so fly. Oh my, oh my. I'm going up now. I'm going up now. I'm going higher. I'm going up now. So what shoes? I'm going up now. So what shoes wanna do?
Now look straight ahead for a very special maneuver.
When you're lying here in my house, I'm flying, I believe.
to all the military families who sacrifice so much in support of those who serve. Straight ahead as Snowbirds 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7 line up for the spectacular lag back cross. From left and right, get ready for a collaboration between the solos and the stem cats, the four-way cross. Captain Matthias Snowbird from St. Joseph Island, Ontario. He was also a senior instructor on the Harbor 2 and has over 3,000 hours of flying time.
Been around the world a couple times and now I'm back. Hate to admit it, but I was missing you bad. Need a little rider now, control in my arms. I'm dancing with my baby where I belong.
Je t'attends au milieu du bar où on dansait autrefois. Est-ce qu'on peut se trouver encore pour sauter sur tous les toits?
Flying on the edge for large formations require aggressive and responsive flying from our other pilots. Snowbird 6 is Captain Kyle Taylor from London, Ontario. He's a former Harbor 2 instructor and flying in the other right wing position, he brings over 2,000 hours of flying time to the team.
Don't be too quiet. I'd rather get real loud. We gonna
From the left, let's watch the solos. He joined the main formation as the Snowbirds present the Tornado.
Let's get a little bit louder. Let's get a little bit louder. Gotta get a little. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right around when you go down,
I got the house with my swagger, hopping like with you. I got places to go.
We'd like to take this opportunity to highlight our dedicated technicians who ensure that we have safe and operational jets day in and day out. Our performance today will not have been possible without these amazing members of our team.
Sober 9 Alpha Corporal Étienne Bilodeau from Saint-Hyacinthe, Québec. Sober 10 Alpha Corporal Eric Henry from Belleville, Ontario. Sober 11 Alpha Corporal Dustin Poirier from Kingston, Ontario. Or Supply Tech Corporal Jordan Doyle from Calgary, Alberta. And finally, our Mobile Support Vehicle Operator, Corporal Michael Walser from St. John's, Newfoundland. Let's give them a big round of applause. The team returns for the iconic Big Diamond Topside.
To the story. If you thought that I would turn and run, then y'all don't know me. May my faiths rest in peace, cause that's a old me. Got this taste on my tongue, I crave the glory. Gasoline in my veins, need a fuel through my rise from the flames.
In the outer left-wing position is Snowbird 7, Captain Thomas Thornton from Belleville, Ontario. Captain Thornton is a former Royal Canadian Artillery officer who transferred to the RCF where he instructed on the CD-155 Hawk. He brings over 2,500 hours of flying experience to the team. Now, let's look behind the crowd as the team flies over the crowd in the Canada Goose formation.
They say the struggle is real. I say the struggle prevails. How you did? Time stood still, just like a photograph. You made me feel like this will last forever. They say you know it, but you know it, I don't know. Promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go. Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I wasted, you were right there.
Flying the leader craft requires experience, smooth flying, and high situational awareness. Our boss, Major Brent Handy from Whiteville, Ontario, is a former CF-18 fighter pilot and flew as Snowbird 9 in 2012 and 2013. He brings over 6,000 hours of high-performance flying experience to the team.
All this time I wasted, you were right there all along.
2025 Canadian Forces Snowbirds. On behalf of our command team, Lieutenant Colonel Jean-François Dupont and Chief Warrant Officer Cheryl Abernethy, and all members of 41 Air Demonstration Squadron, thank you for joining us today. It has been our pleasure and honor to perform for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for the Canadian Forces Snowbirds? Outstanding job.
I can tell you so much you can say everything. My power, my pleasure, my pain. The glow on the grave.
Gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky for you and I. come on, come on, come on, now touch. Can't you see that I am afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? Now I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky. For you and I. Come on, come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky. For you and I. I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps it up for day 2, the Sunday edition of the 2025 Shop and Save Westmoreland County International Air Show. To the audience here, we thank you for your attendance. For the viewers